Throughout its history, Iran's had many famous historical figures. And by saying that, I also mean female historical figures. And by saying female historical figures, I mean queens! Iran's had many legendary queens, but one of them we're gonna talk about today was an ancient one back to the era of the Achaemenid Empire. And that queen was Atossa, the daughter of Cyrus the Great and Kasandane. Atossa was born in 550 BC, the same year when the Achaemenid Empire was founded. It seems she was the gift of God to Cyrus for founding his empire. Aww. Atossa was not the firstborn of Cyrus. Her brother, Cambyses II, was. Oh my God! But she was the eldest daughter of Cyrus. Atossa had 4 siblings: Cambyses II, Bardia, Roxanne, and Artistone. This head that I'm using as a portrait of Atossa was found around Persepolis. Some Iranian scholars suggest that this statue belonged to Atossa, but we are not sure exactly. When Cyrus the Great passed away in 530 BC, he was succeeded by Cambyses II. Cambyses was famous for his conquest of Egypt, but he was also famous for being an insane tyrant who slayed many innocent people, destroyed many temples and buildings in Egypt, and murdered his younger brother, Bardia. He was also famous for marrying his sisters, Atossa and Roxanne.
Iran.
He even murdered Roxanne when they were having an argument.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Now, it's important to mention that most of the things that I said came from the Greek historians, such as Herodotus. And Herodotus didn't like to write about the ancient Iran in a bright way, which is understandable, because the Iranians invaded his homeland. Modern scholars debunked the claims of Herodotus about Cambyses, such as Cambyses being an insane tyrant who murdered innocent people of Egypt and destroyed their buildings. They also debunked the claim of Cambyses marrying his sisters and murdering Roxanne. One thing that I don't understand is that why did the Greek historians forget about Artistone when they said Cambyses married his sisters? They only said Cambyses married 2 of his sisters, Atossa and Roxanne. But what about Artistone? Was it because she was too young? I mean, if Herodotus hated Cambyses, he could have easily slandered him for liking PDF files. Lost opportunity. After ruling the Achaemenid Empire for 8 years, Cambyses died in an accident by falling off his horse while he was returning from Egypt to the capital city in 522 BC. After Cambyses died, a man named Geomada disguised himself as the dead brother of Cambyses, Bardia. He ruled the Achaemenid Empire for 1 year, until he got deposed by 7 Persian noblemen when they revealed the truth about him, that he was an impostor and he was just impersonating Bardia. After Geomada was executed, one of those 7 Persian noblemen, named Darius, became the new king of the Achaemenid Empire. This Darius guy is important, because he married Atossa. They had 5 children: Xerxes, Hystaspes, Masistes, Achaemenes, and Mandane. Darius and Atossa were cousins, because their great-grandfathers, Cyrus I and Aryaramnes, were brothers. Darius also married Artistone. But don't worry, many years had passed during those events, and Artistone grew up into an adult. Darius actually had many wives. Before marrying Atossa, he was married to an unknown daughter of one of his friends, Gobrias. He even had 3 sons with her: Artabazanes, Ariabignes, and Arsamenes. Now, this wives thing grew into a problem when Darius' firstborn, Artabazanes, wanted to become the successor. But Darius chose Xerxes as his heir, because Xerxes was born when Darius became king, and Xerxes had the blood of Cyrus the Great in his veins. Therefore, by choosing Xerxes as the heir, the next Achaemenid king was a descendant of the both Persian rulers' family tree. My king, are you sure you want to choose Prince Xerxes as your heir? Yes, I'm sure. This is my choice. And the best choice I ever made in my life. Now, you might be thinking, after Xerxes was chosen as the heir, all of Atossa's problems were solved. Well, not exactly. Remember Geomada, the imposter king who disguised himself as Atussa's brother Bardia? Well, there are some modern scholars that created a theory that Cambyses did not murder his brother, and Geomada was actually the real Bardia. And do you know what does this mean? It means Darius deposed and murdered the real Bardia.
What the fuck?
And he was the one who stole the Achaemenid throne.
What the fuck?
And you know what else does this mean? It means that Atossa slept with her brother's murderer.
Wait.
But hey, this is just a theory. All these things that I said are just theories created by the modern scholars. Because everyone in the ancient time agreed with what Darius said. All of the ancient sources. And this Geomada thing was not only that came from the Greek historians. There are Iranian sources as well, the Bistun inscription. So yeah, we are not sure exactly that Geomada was an imposter who stole the throne, or he was just a fictional character created by Darius after he deposed and murdered Bardia. But boy, could you imagine how would Atossa feel when she finds out that Darius murdered her brother? Atossa lived a long life, because after Darius died in 486 BC, she was still alive. Even after Xerxes' invasion of Greece in 480 BC, she also outlived all of her siblings, even Artiston, who was younger than her. Atossa died in 475 BC. But how did she die? Herodotus claimed that Atossa suffered from a tumor on her breast, which was eventually cured by a Greek physician named Democedes. Modern scholars created a theory that Atossa probably suffered from breast cancer, which eventually caused her to die. They even claim that Atossa was the first woman in history who got breast cancer, as they even depict her as a symbol of fighting this illness. However, we are not sure exactly that did she have a tumor, breast cancer, or any other illnesses. She could have died due to old age. I mean, she was 75 after all. Atossa got buried along with her husband in the Nakhsh Rostam in the city of Marvdash in the Fars province in Iran. There is a tomb in the Dashtestan county in the Bushehr province in Iran known as the Gure Dokhtar. Some suggest this tomb was built by Atossa's order so that she could have had a tomb that looked like her father's and her siblings. But we are not sure exactly because there are some controversy about this tomb belonging to which member of the Achaemenid dynasty. There are some other people suggesting that Atossa got buried in the Nakhsh Rostam along with her husband Darius, because Darius's tomb is bigger, better, stronger, bigger, better, stronger. Fun fact, there is a minor planet named after Atossa. And that was the life of Atossa, the queen who played one of the greatest roles in the Achaemenid Empire, the great-granddaughter of the last Median king, Astyages, the daughter of the greatest Iranian king who founded the greatest Iranian empire, Cyrus the Great, the sister of the first Iranian pharaoh, Cambyses II, the wife of the first man who ruled over 3 continents, Darius the Great, and the mother of the most famous Achaemenid king, Xerxes I. Atossa. Do you think she was the greatest queen of Iran or not? Thank you so much for watching this video.